Hey everybody, hope you guys doing all right. So, there's a lot of different ways this can go down, and so I'm seeing that there's different stages to this movement, and so anyway, at the most basic, well, anyway, let me just start off. So I'm here at the top. So, this is a quote I just came up with: "Going clean is necessary to fit the theme of high vibe beings," and so like this is part of. I mean, it should be done because it's the right thing to do, but it's also going back to cosmic currency by us choosing to want to use and develop clean technology that does not kill off other life forms unnecessarily, because there's alternative ways to do this stuff. That in itself is telling those above that we are changing our ways, and thus making us more, giving us more of an allowance to receive their help. So that's just one thing, as well as it just being the right thing to do. It's more sustainable and just better for everything all around, as well as it's not like a lot of these gas companies and shit are associated with a lot of these nefarious people who are doing a lot of fucked up shit. So it's also taking away from their profit or power over us, and resource ability to generate resources. So it helps us and it hurts them, is what it is. So, all right, let me move on here. So, yeah, going clean is necessary to fit the theme of the high vibe beings, excuse me. So, this is just essentially you could use like salvaging what garbage, plastic, and natural dash manipulated materials to build a defensive wall around vertical farm growing systems and alternative clean energy generators. Dwellings, exchange centers, H2O filtration and distribution, a small arsenal, training grounds, hospital, healing center, veterinary clinic, rehabilitation center, skill training, apprenticeship, 401 sharing center, clean technology, research and development laboratory, animal sanctuary. So, like, all of these things are ideal, and I'd love to see all of these things all over the world as much as possible. Now, but that's just, that's going to cost a lot of money, because in order to have these types of things, you really need to have the automated system factory, which can be very expensive. So like I said, that's ideally what I'd like, but even with just the vertical farm growing systems and windmills and hemp solar panels and even geothermal and water turbines, one could generate. And you could, if you had to, you could tap into the current electrical grid and use some of their power, as well as the self-sustaining power, if one needed to. That is a possibility to get this thing going. But anyways, even just through those means of having energy in the vertical farm growing system and water, one would have the essential fucking ingredients to provide the most basic needs like water, food, shelter, protection, and energy. So the previously mentioned five needs could be provided through the before mentioned ideas I shared, as I just talked about earlier. With these five needs met, one could counter and help solve the following problems: starvation, both human and animal, pollution, damaged soil, lack of space, tyranny, crime, kidnapping, child trafficking, CO2, excessive CO2 levels, dirty H2O. I want to go right there. Oh yeah, and there's ways that you can help optimize pH levels in H2O. So that's most people don't know this, but there is an ideal level. I believe it's 7.5 to 9.5 on the pH scale in regards to water for the optimal health for human beings, and there's one for animals too. So we need to find out what's the best for animals and make sure that we're doing our. It's probably very similar, because you think about it, we all came from drinking from the same essentially raw water source, or rain fallings. So it makes sense that we all have a similar fucking optimal level of pH levels. But there are ways that you can create systems to help turn water that has been fucking essentially bleached into good pH water that's really good for optimal health. Also, your electromagnetic capability or conductivity. I've noted that's the one first thing I started when I started drinking pH water. Was I was like, wow, I just feel much more electric. So it's good for numerous things. All right, moving on here. So I'll make another video for the next one. All right, I love you guys. Hope you have a good day. Bye.